Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV, bringing you another Manchester City news update. And today we're going to be talking about our manager, Pep Guardiola. Okay, City fans have been worried all summer long that Pep hasn't said much about his contract. Pretty much he said nothing at all until this weekend. We don't know, is he going to stay, is he going to go, is he going to extend? If he does, how long is he going to extend for? What's going on? And obviously that uncertainty, it's there in the fans, and you think it's going to get there in the players. We've seen it before with Roberto Mancini, where the players just didn't play for him. With Manuel Pellegrini's last season, it was pretty much it's quite abject his last season. When we all knew Pep was coming the following season. Now, what Pep has said is, he said he needs to deserve an extension at City rather than just being handed a new contract. I would love to stay longer here, he said. But the City manager, whose contract runs out next summer, I mean, we're only talking about 9 months away, believes that it all depends on whether he thinks the team is still making progress under his command. He said it before, you know, he's got to believe that the players believe in him and are listening to him and doing what's required of them. And he said the moment that doesn't happen, he's off skip, okay? Now, he said, it is a place I love to be, but I have to deserve it. The club achieved standards in the last decade, but we have to maintain that. Now, he's also said that our chairman, Khaldun Al-Mubarak, and the chief executive, Ferran Soriano, neither of them have spoken to him about the situation. I can't believe that personally, but that's what Pep said. And he's also said that he expects to sit down and discuss his future whenever he and the City hierarchy can find time in a busy schedule. Now, Khaldun Al-Mubarak, our chairman, has been vague on whether the club has demanded improvements, other than to say that he and the executive leadership were on the same page as Guardiola in their view of the way forward. Now, Pep was asked whether the club had told him what they wanted from him, what they wanted to see, and how the season was going before any talks about his future could start. But he said that was not the case. No, this is my mind, he said. We didn't speak with the club in these terms. They didn't push me from day one in September. They allow me to do my job the best I can, and with all my staff and the players, and this is going to continue. They didn't tell me that you have to do this, or you have to do that, or you have to win this, or you have to win that. They told me to play. In my feeling, I know the standards of the club, and if I don't achieve the standards, I probably don't deserve. So I have to win to extend my contract. So when he was asked whether a new contract would depend on being successful this season, he replied, it depends on what is for you success. He went on, I would not be here if I didn't feel the fire or the desire to play good. I still want to help the players avoid making mistakes, and I still have the passion to do it, and maybe more than ever. I want to try to be together and do a good season. We have every 3 days a game, so we don't have much time to think about it. I try to see every day Chiqui Beguerra, that's our football director, and Ferran Soriano, that's the chief executive, and I speak every week with Khaldun, that's our chairman. When it is going to happen, it is going to happen. Now we have other issues. The organisation is so strong in all departments, it will not be a problem for the club to do what we have to do in the future. Guys, that's a bit, for me, it's a bit non-committal. He's not really saying anything that he hasn't kind of said before. And do you believe that he's not spoken to anybody about his contract? I honestly don't accept that, you know. And I'm not coming out here and calling him a liar. I'll say he's economical with the truth. Obviously, you ask questions, you don't want to spill all the beans, you don't want to pour your guts out. Sometimes, you have to be economical with the truth at times. You know, if you ask Pep, are you going to bid for Messi in January? Well, you don't expect him to give an honest answer. He'll just back that one off. So I think fair dues there. And who's he trying to protect? He's trying to look after himself, the players. You know, the worry is, for a lot of fans, me included, that if the players know he's not staying after this season, I'm not going to say they're going to down tools, but will they play with the same passion, the same motivation, the same respect? You know, you cannot believe that all the players love Pep's style. There'll be one or two, maybe a few more, who are not comfortable with it, and maybe they will look at it and say, He's gone at the end of the season. Okay, I'm not going to bother listening or put that much effort into what he said, because I'm in my mid-20s. I will still be here. I've got a long contract. I'm on big money. I'll still be here. He'll be gone. So I'm not going to say they're going to down tools. I just can't see that happening. But you've seen it at other clubs. That happened with Jose at Chelsea. They down tools for him. It happened a bit at United. He was having to go to the players. It's not just Jose. You see it at other clubs where players just stop playing for the manager for whatever reason. We've had it here at City with Mancini and Pellegrini in the past. I mean, who can forget that FA Cup final defeat to Wigan in what turned out to be Mancini's last game? It was diabolical performance, lacklustre, without any heart whatsoever, no motivation, commitment or anything. That's what it felt like from some of the players. So are we going to get the same this season? If we do, it's going to be a poor season, I think, if the players aren't committed. Pep might be committed and he might give it his all, but the worry is, that some of the players might not. And as I said, Pep, this is the longest Pep's been anywhere, and you wonder why he's moved on. Bayern, he had a 3-year contract, which is fair enough. Barcelona, I think the pressure and everything else got to him. Dealing with Jose, dealing with politics at Barcelona, I just think he'd had enough, and he needed that break. Now at City, there's no politics. The setup is there. It's almost perfect. You can't ask for a better setup at City with Ferran Soriano, with Giki Bergeristan, with Khaldoun Al-Mubarak, with Sheikh Mansour, and Pep basically gets just about everything he wants. When he's been asked about transfers, he's not complained. I can't believe he's happy if we just end up with Ferran Torres and Nathan Ake this summer. I can't believe he'll be happy, but he's not going to rock the boat. He's not going to come out and say, yeah, I'm really not happy with the board for not getting us the players. No, he's going to be diplomatic and speak positively about he can't ask for more here, and they've done everything, and if you go into the season with these players, it's going to be fine, it's no problem. He's happy with the players he's got. He's always going to say that. So yeah, City fans are going to be worried, and we've seen with the start that Liverpool have made, they're not going to be dropping off anytime soon. I saw a video this morning, some deluded Chelsea fans thinking Liverpool might finish 3rd or 4th. That ain't happening, guys. They're in a settled situation, and maybe the pressure coming from Klopp, the pressure to win, knowing that you can't, if we don't do well this season, knowing that you might not be able to overhaul Klopp next season as well, this season or next season or maybe the season after. Is Klopp creating a dynasty? So maybe that might get to Pep. I don't know, what his pressure points are. But as I said, City fans, we've got to be concerned. We want some clarity. We want to know what's going on. I think we deserve to know what's going on as well. We're fans. We pay our money. I think we don't have much of a say, but I think we deserve to know what's going on. And it's a shame. It would be a shame for Pep to leave. It would be a shame if he doesn't get his targets that he wants this summer. Can we mount a challenge this season finally? Under Pep's leadership, I don't see why not. Even though last season felt extremely disappointing from the fact that we didn't mount a challenge in the Premier League. We fumbled around in the Champions League against Lyon when most people would have expected City to win. Can Pep step up and bring us the goods? And maybe that's what he needs to do. And also the worry is, if he does win, let's say he does win the Premier League and the Champions League, would he go anywhere? Would he say, I've done all I can do at City, I need a new challenge? And if he fails, would he leave by saying, I don't deserve it, I need a new challenge? Personally, do I think Pep will be here after next season? It's really very difficult to say. Really is. I mean, in his press conference on Friday, he was asked about Messi. And pretty much a lot of the questions he was asked about, he just batted them off with a straight bat. He didn't go into any detail. He was just saying very brief stuff about Foden, very brief stuff about this, very brief stuff about that. He wasn't going into too much depth. When asked about Messi, I remember one of his quotes at the end. He said, "The club I love." He was talking about Barcelona and what Messi had said, and he said, "I'm not going to really add to it." He's made it clear what he said. But for Pep to say, "The club I love," has got to concern you a little bit. We know where in the old the term is, we're sloppy seconds. Let's be honest about this, guys. Barcelona is the club he played for, the club he managed. It's the club in his heart. It's the club he loves forever. We know that, okay? but he didn't need to tell us. He didn't need to express it like that, because you do feel a little bit slighted. You do feel a little bit hurt. And don't get me wrong, I think he loves City. I think he loves being here. He wouldn't go anywhere else. In England, he's not like Jose. He wouldn't go anywhere else. He does love being here, but we're not his first love. Yeah, we're a little bit down the line. So to come out and say that, it's just one of those things. It was not necessary. It's a little bit of a slight on us, to be honest. That's how it feels like. So that kind of makes me think: is he going to be sticking around after next season? Whether he wins trophies and does brilliantly, as I said, winning the Premier League and the Champions League, or whether we end up being second or third and being also rounds in pretty much all competitions. I don't think the Carabao Cup's enough for him. I don't think it's enough for the City hierarchy either. With all the romance and everything else about Pep, they've invested a lot of money in this club, and it's not. It is about playing the best football, but it's also about winning stuff and getting a return on your investment. And let's be clear, if City end up third or fourth this season with nothing, it's going to affect the brand of City. It really is. What could make Pep stay? Hey, if Lionel Messi comes next season, maybe that would give him a little extra motivation, a little bit more strength and in himself, and desire to push on and maybe sign a couple of years extension. So maybe that's, I don't know what he's holding out for. Maybe that is waiting to see. Do we get Messi? Does he want to be reunited with Messi? And I don't know, guys. I'm up in the air about this. I've got a feeling he's not going to be around come the end of the season or for the following season, unless Messi comes, or that's what he wants, or I don't know. Maybe he's just going to look for that next challenge. I think he's 49 now, be 50 next year. How many years has he got left in football? 10 years? 5 years? Does he want to manage a national team? Does he want to manage in the MLS? Some of us were talking and said it'd be good if he did a 2 or 3 year extension. We were hoping when we talked about Messi coming, if Messi comes for 3 years, Pep signs on for an extra 2 years, and then after that goes to manage New York City in the MLS, and Messi goes there. There was talk about that as well, and we just thought that's perfect. But what if he doesn't want to be Messi's manager anymore? I don't know. You can tell I'm up in the air. What's best for the club? I don't know. What's best for Pep? I don't know either. Would I like him to stay? Absolutely. We've seen in the last 4 years some of the best football we're ever likely to see at this club. We've won probably more trophies than we're ever likely to win in a 10-year period. 4 league titles, 6 Carabao Cups, 5 League Cups, 5 or 6, and a couple of FA Cups chucked in there as well. It's a lot of trophies, guys. So is Pep going to stick around? Let me know in the comment section below whether you want him to stay, or whether you want him to sling his hook come the end of the season, whether we win anything or whether we win nothing. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. If you're new to our channel, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. See you around, Blues.